As grand mentors this summer, we're asking ourselves, how can we prepare and encourage the generations that are coming behind us? One thing I've discovered that probably is hardest for people to overcome is when they're impacted or they're disappointed by a friend or by another person. It's often been said that life would be easy if it weren't for people. And all of us experience people problems, but probably nothing takes more out of our sails than when someone disappoints us. I had a friend ask me recently, why did Jesus allow Judas to betray him and publicly embarrass him in that way? You know, I don't know that I had a great answer, but as I look back upon it, I realized that maybe one reason Jesus allowed that to happen is to let us know that even the most perfect person who ever lived on earth had difficulty with some people in his life. To prepare his disciples and to instruct us today that everyone has the capacity to discourage us, to hurt us, or disappoint us in some way. And as we serve as grand mentors to those coming behind us, we need to prepare them for the hurts, for the people that will do damage to their lives. One way we can do that, I think, is to tell our stories. Talk about how people have hurt us and how we got through it. Or even more frankly, tell them how we have hurt other people and the lessons that we have learned from it. I remember years ago, my mother was telling me about one of her good friends, and I was shocked to hear this story. She said that when they were younger and they were having babies, my mother did not lose her baby weight as quickly as this woman thought she should. And in front of a group of women at the church, she turned to my mother and said, "You know, you're fat. You need to lose that weight." My mother told that story and said, "You know, I realized that that woman was critical of me on that day, but I also realized that she was even more critical to her children." And you know, my friends, we need to realize that there is a sense of balance that comes in living with people. They will hurt us, they will disappoint us, they will talk about us behind our back. But how do we help the generations coming behind us to know that, to understand it, so they can accept it and deal with it when their day comes? Oh, my friends, what did God use Judas to do in our world? He put Jesus on the cross to bring salvation to the world. And even those difficult people can be used of God to show His grace and to help us become the people He wants us to be.